It's a great day in SimWorld, everybody. Good morning and welcome to SimWorld Today. I'm B-Ron. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host Yells. Good morning, man. How are you doing on this Wednesday?
Bro, I'm good. We're one day away from the greatest holiday there is, the day where you give thanks for other things and not being
Yes, sir.
selfish to yourself. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Uh,
And
and
I'm ready to watch the Cowboys lose. And
oh,
I'm ready to eat. And I think y'all know I'm ready to drink. So I'm
quadruple
prepared.
ands to
Yeah.
start the day. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Quad feet ands, man. Let's jump in, and we got a good show here for y'all today. Let's jump into it. Yeah,
For sure.
let's do it. Let's do it.
So Cole
Yeah.
Webb, are the alarm bells ringing? Is there a reason for concern? We got Cole Webb out here, made the big jump from Oceania, intercontinental travel here. Let's not get back on that. But
Right,
yeah, he
right, right.
made
Yeah.
the move all the way from Australia, Aussie bait. He's on his way to California, and he's gonna be playing for Showtime basketball, where all the lights are on him. But here's what the rumors are, and what we're hearing is in scrimmages and practices hasn't looked so great. B-Ron, any reason for pause? Any cause for concern?
I don't think so right now. I said it. I said it a few weeks ago. We were talking about training camps as kind of starting and that kind of thing. I don't think there's any concern for it right now because you're Cole, like you said, he's coming from Australia, still probably trying to get adjusted to the area and all the things that are going on with that. He's probably a lot going on outside of basketball that is maybe affecting him right now, but that can bleed over into the game proper. So as long as I'll say this right now, no. But if things continue this way and he starts off slow and doesn't perform like we know him to perform last season in his new environment in Showtime, then we can start to start ringing those bells. But right now, I'm at a three. I'm at
Yeah,
a 3 out of 10 on that scale.
I'm at a 7. So I know we said what we said about scrimmages and practices not meaning much, and I stand by that. I think they matter as far as cohesion, getting your rhythm and all that. But when the lights come on for some players, the lights come on. But on the other end of that, Cole Webb, I'm just gonna say it, man. Last season, there's some of these kids, and I talk about this all the time, and this plays out in the NBA, and we see it in basketball. Period. Everybody in Golden State. Where Jordan Poole was carried by a system of consistency. Everybody got to see
Yep.
the highlights and did not notice how much of a piece of trash he was on the court as far as his play style, right? And just a terrible human being, and we
Someone
see
out
that
for the
now.
baddies on the court, man.
Just a awful. I mean, he's like 5 James Harden and a Jalen Green balled into one. But
Actually,
yeah,
he's kind of hard.
but when he went to Washington here in his first 10, 11
Yeah,
games, everyone's getting to see what it is.
has not been good.
Right,
It's not been good at all.
here's my point. Here's my point. By no means am I saying that's what Cole Webb is, but what I'm saying is, Jordan Poole has that game. He hits the highlight reel. You're gonna see some step backs. You're gonna see some crazy handles, some great finishing. He's a hell of a basketball player. I'm not gonna mention some of the traveling he does sometimes, but he's a walking bucket, and I'll take none of that from him. But his efficiency, how he impacts a team and how he goes to get his buckets, I'm not in love with. And that's a lot of NBA now. That's a lot of college bled into college basketball. And obviously it exists at the prep level. And what I've seen at the prep level is a lot of kids who make the highlights and everyone gets excited about that. But what's their efficiency? What are they doing in the times where it matters most? I'm a big
Right.
Cole Webb fan. I think he's a great kid. I think he's got great personality, great potential, but I think his efficiency is the thing that's going to have to be honed in. And what I remember seeing last season is when you needed some big buckets, he was he could go give them to you. He could hit the contested three. He could put somebody on skates. There were a lot of good highlights. 44% is not terrible at the prep level at all. And that's what he shot last season, 17 points a game, 3.5
Right. Yeah.
rebounds, 2 assists. But he was also the focal point of that team.
Yeah.
And he got to play against international squads a lot more than he's going to, people want to talk about the talent disparity. whatever you want to say about that. On the U.S., it's supposedly better, right? The talent level is supposed to be a little greater on U.S. soil. It's supposed to be the case. I don't subscribe to that, but to my point, I'm getting a little bit off track. Cole Webb, great talent, but it's going to take some time to play the game of basketball as opposed to being a highlight scorer. And I think that's for most prep level kids learning the
Right. That's
fundamentals
true.
of, hey, anything could look good, but what are these winning possessions that you're putting together? The way that you get a three does matter. You do that pretty step back, you put somebody on skates and you hit it, wonderful. It's still just 3 points. You miss it, it's now a fast break for the other team and it's possibly a 5 point turnaround, right? Because you missed the three
Right.
and then that's an easy two on the other side. So in these scrimmages, his shot hasn't been falling. And if he does not learn how to kind of adjust his game, attack when he needs to, and a few other things, I think that Showtime could be in trouble because he's like the lone guy they brought in. That's it. That's my
Yeah.
rant. But he's
Yeah.
like the. There's a lot of talent on that team, but he's supposed to be that guy for these kids in this team. I know Bryce James is there, but a lot of this is hanging
Before
on
Bryce
Cole
James
Webb.
got there, I would agree with you. But now that Bryce is there, I
Okay.
don't I don't see Cole being the guy over there. I just don't see it. But yeah, that's all, guys. That's all I'm gonna say on that. He wanted this, so he's got to go get it. I believe he will. But we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We got a new coach in Gotham Five,
Oh boy.
and that man is joining us this morning, Coach Mula. Good morning, sir. Again, welcome to SimWorld Prep, and thank you for joining us this morning. How are you
Good
doing?
morning. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you guys for having me and thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm excited to be here.
Where are you calling in from?
Calling him from the office here in Gotham, man. It feels super good. Getting acquainted with the staff and everything that's going on around here. Super excited. Like I feel like a kid on Christmas.
All right.
that is awesome.
Well, don't
Awesome
skip
to hear.
Thanksgiving, sir.
Every celebration ain't my celebration, my brother.
All right. I get that. I get that. I get
That's
that.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, look, I want to jump right into things real quick with you this morning. I want to know what led to you accepting that coaching job for Gotham Five. We know that Coach Darius Simmons was there before you. He was there for a little bit of time after the other coach got fired. Now you're in there taking a role after he stepped away. He took a promotion as well. He's with Syracuse now as a bench coach over there. So what led to you getting the job with Gotham Five? How did that all come about? Happen so fast.
So So initially, obviously with the coach being there, I didn't see any chance. But I'm a city kid. I love the attitude of the team. Last year we seen them play outstanding. Unfortunately in the postseason, things quite didn't go their way. But very talented team. I love the culture. I love what just the attitude that I saw out of those guys. And I feel like the lack of consistency in the head coaching spot was maybe the thing that was holding the potential success back. I seen a lot of heat around the program. It seemed like a lot of the new guys were very hungry, and like I said, I didn't think that the opportunity would even be possible. However, when I got the call and it was a chance, had to jump on it. There's no way that I can give up an opportunity with this much talent, this much drive. Like I can tell you, man, the city is definitely raving about some of the guys on this team. I'm not going to throw out too much yet. I know some of
Right?
these
Yeah.
guys might be listening. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them getting ahead of themselves and hitting the gas they head up because we got a lot of work to do in a short time. But, the city's raving about some of our young guys that's coming in. Very excited about some returning guys. Um, and yeah, man, it's going to be a doozy. The Williams, I'm expecting a lot out of the Williams brothers. And I'm just very excited, man. So what pretty much led to the opportunity was just me seizing it when the opportunity came. I don't think anybody expected, this to happen so fast. But I just want to let y'all know that I'm locked in, and no pun intended, but we coming.
Oh,
All
well,
right.
We can bring the heat early. I'm gonna ask this question. You mentioned some of the coaching turnaround there in Gotham, and boy was there. They started off with
Yeah.
one of SimWorld's top coaches in Coach Bellardi. Coach Bellardi has started traveling the world here, coaching different
Yeah.
squads. Insert the next takeover coach. I can't remember who it was. There's been so many. Then you in come Coach Lime, Coach Darius Simmons got the call, and I think he may have been there maybe a week or two before Syracuse came
Yeah.
calling. He stepped away. So now you're there. So the question is, are you here for in Gotham for a good time or for a long time?
My plan is to be here for a long time. If I'm being completely honest, like I said, I'm a city kid, and man, I love where I'm from. I love who I am. I love the attitude around the organization. Don't know ownership too well yet as far as the business goes, as far as the business relationship goes. But I think that our goals are aligned. I love the input, and I definitely see myself being here for a long time. The family's here. My life as far as business is here outside of basketball. So yeah, I think that, and I believe that I'll be here for a very, very long time. And you guys can hold me to that.
Okay. So what if and not what wasn't a question I had, but listening to you talk is a question that I have for you now. You've been here for a long time. If you get an offer from a college or a pro team one day, would you consider taking that? Or are you a SimWorld prep lifer? You're gonna stay at SimWorld prep. This is what your calling is, in a sense. So
That's a
bringing
loaded
that to
question,
fellow.
B. Ron. That's a loaded
Now,
question for this man this
now,
morning.
yeah. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's slow
Okay.
down a second because I just got here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to
That's
look too
fair. That's
far.
fair.
I don't want to look too far in the future. I
Yeah,
like
I
to,
understand.
really dig in and get my hands dirty where I'm at.
I get that for
I'm a
sure.
winner. I'm a winner first and foremost. I'm a winner. I'm a dynasty builder, and I don't know how that answers your questions, but I'm here, and I
Okay.
plan to win here. I plan to build here, and we're here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're here. So
Right,
we're just
right,
gonna keep it there for now.
right. Look, everybody says Leron's a nice guy. Well, there was a loaded question for you. Haha, take that or whatever. I don't know. Leave me alone, man.
I don't
Fair
know if
enough.
we could say take that on the air right now.
Take that, take that, take that. Hold this, take that. All right, so Coach, who was the very first person to reach out to you once you joined Gotham Five from the team? Player, coach, ownership, what have you?
Okay, so actually, the first person to reach out to me, and I didn't want, and I was gonna allude to this with an earlier question, but I didn't want to give up too much, was Carter Cash.
Okay.
Carter Cash was the first person to reach out to me when the news dropped, and that's part of the reason why I said, like, when the opportunity was presented, I had to seize it because I already saw this type of attitude brewing here in Gotham. But just to be welcomed by a kid like that, somebody who I feel like we have high expectations for, even though he's just touching the scene. It just warmed my heart, that I'm being welcomed with open arms. These kids have been through a lot, with all the changes. They're still super committed to Gotham, and that's why I just want to get in here as soon as possible and just get it done for them. So I'm locked in right now. I've been working the phones. I've been tweaking with as much as I can. With the time that I've had, and
Right.
I'm just super excited, man. The culture, everybody has just been embracing me with open arms. There's been a few other players that have reached out, Kamani, and haven't spoke to everyone yet, but I'm looking forward to that, and today and in the next coming days. But Carter Cash, it definitely hit me up, reached out, and that was super exciting for me because that is somebody that I definitely look forward to working with and developing in the near future. So yeah, that was super dope.
That sounds like it's awesome. I was gonna get a good welcome from one of the players on the team. Obviously, those are the first people you want to speak to. I think let them know what your vision is, that kind of thing. So question I have for you is, in the news that broke the other day, last night, about your signing with the team, they mentioned that you didn't start playing basketball till the 11th grade. Did the late start in that realm impact your goals in terms of player success? Or did you always know you kinda wanted to be a coach once you started playing? How did that kinda I
Yeah,
guess mold
I
you.
would say that definitely played a major role. Coaching and even some dreams of like ownership one day as a as a young man really is what drove me to just the game as a whole. So I wouldn't say be alarmed by any late starts. You know what I mean? Some of the best started late and
Yeah, true, very true.
blossomed into and blossom into big things. So I
Absolutely, yeah,
definitely
for
won't have
sure.
any concern there because when it comes to the knowledge of the game and time on task, I believe to be a master of my craft. And yeah, so like I said, it's still a beginning. So we're gonna I'm not gonna give you guys too much, but
Yeah,
I'm
right, right.
definitely true to this. I'm definitely true to this and not new to this. Um, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
You definitely sound like you're ready to rock and roll. So
Yeah,
next
most
question I got
definitely.
for you is there any targets, any teams or coaches that you already have on your radar? Like, yo, I've identified this person as the threat or the person to take down or the team to take down, or they've reached out to me and
Oh
I
man.
don't like how they came at me already, and I'm ready to take them on the court, get these kids and whoop some ass.
Well, let me put it like this. I don't do favorites. I'm something like the can man, so I'm gonna just let you guys out there know anybody can get it. You know
Wow,
what I'm saying?
wow, Cam.
Asian, African, American, like however you want to put it. So yeah, man, we doing it the can man way. Ain't no favorites. I'm not gonna single out anybody and make them feel special. Live here this morning, but it is what it is. Everybody can't get it. Everybody will get it. G5 in the building.
Wow. That
I
was
love it.
classic Adrian Broner in the building. Can man. Oh, you took me back. You got your brush in your hand, man?
And, we got the little fro right now, so I got the pick.
For anybody who doesn't know, I'm talking about Adrian Broner back in the day. My introduction to Adrian Broner was seeing late night fights at about 12:30 in the morning. He had just wally cocked this dude, just beat him half to death before he was a maniac. He asked his woman, and they did the interview, and he said, this is his rise to ascension. He knows that fight set him up for something big. This was at that time. He invites his
Yeah.
girl into the ring. He gets down on one knee. She starts blushing. Every crowd starts going crazy. He reaches for his brush, and he says, "Will you please brush my hair?"
No way. No
Yep.
way.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
Adrian
amazing.
bad
Broner.
dude. Yeah,
Oh
bad
my god.
dude. That's a
Yep.
true story.
All right. What else you got, B. Rob?
Oh
My
man.
bad.
So the final question I have for you this morning, Coach, is I feel like you gave a good message, but do you have one message for the G5 fan base and the parents of the players on this team, and maybe even like kids that are watching, wanting to get on the team next season or that kind of thing.
Okay, cool. So I'm glad that you took it there because I didn't even intend to go there so early. This was something that I was just gonna, keep, keep for the team. But
Yeah.
I'll give you this for the fan base and for the parents out there. This is for my G5 folks out there. So we're gonna tune everybody out just for 1 second. And peace and nice to meet all of you guys. It's Coach Mansa Mullah in the building. And this is the desired attitude that we want here in Gotham. When first problem solvers, we must be confident in our solo ability to complete our personal tasks as individuals on this team, but understand that the ultimate goal cannot be complete without each other. There will be times where you will be called to excel at your desired roles for us to win, and then there will be times where you will be called upon to excel at a different role. I require the same energy and enthusiasm regardless of the two circumstances. You guys are at the beginning. We are at the beginning of what we hope to be a long career. And my job is to make sure we win both with our talents on the court, but also with our attitudes as well. So
I
I'm
love
gonna
that.
just send that out to the fan base, the families, here in Gotham, and that's the desired attitude that we want coming in. I'm gonna speak with the staff, speak with the team later on, and they'll get that same message that I just threw out on the airways. But that's where we taking it. This is a very young group. I'm stepping into my role as a leader for the very first time, and we want to make quality young men as well as as well as athletes. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure their attitude and their yeah, just their attitude and their outlook on this game and on just this life and in this world. We just want to make sure their attitude is in the right place, and that we directing that energy in the best place possible for their careers forward. I feel like I'm in a very special place having these guys before they go into their, collegiate and professional careers. And I think if I could kind of mold, what they're doing right now and shape their minds in a positive manner, that they'll be ready to take things, to the next level, more prepared. And I think proper preparation always prevents poor performance. So once they leave me, they should be ready for the best of the best. If that's not a straight jump to the pros or top programs, at the collegiate level.
I love it. I love what I heard there. By the way, send that message to me too. Send it to me.
Got you.
I
I
want to
got
send it
you.
out a few places. Good stuff,
I
man.
got you.
B Ron, if you got nothing else, man, I think that's a good way to close out
Yeah.
the Coach Moolah
Yeah.
segment. I mean,
That was great. That was
yeah,
great. Thank you.
absolutely. Well, look, man, we appreciate you being on. We wish you great success out in Gotham. I know I do personally. That's a original home for me. So I have a vested interest in seeing that team do well. So stick around. Make sure these kids have what they need. Last season it was a little bit of a struggle. And make sure you hit the side vendors for me, man. And pick up some good eats. It's that time of year. So
Got you.
beef
Got you.
patties, beef patties.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Of course. Thank you very much, Coach Mula. Have a good rest of your day, sir.
Yeah, you too.
Looks like he has a clear vision for his team, B. Ron.
Absolutely. We love to see that around here, Especially when you're a new coach coming in. It's always good to have a plan. Always good to have a plan, man.
For sure.
Love that. Love
But speaking of plans,
Yeah.
go time, slow time, medium time, B. Ron, what we talking about here?
that. So, as we start getting close to the season, things start ramping up. If you're talking football, you might start doing 2-a-days, that kind of thing, and all that stuff. So, how hard should players and coaches be pushing themselves this close to the season starting? You don't want to have freak injuries or anything like that. So it's something to keep in mind. So what's the speed that you think these players should be going at right now, as we get closer? The season's what, a week, 2 weeks away. So yeah.
B. Ron, you got the wrong co-host for this question today. There's only one. There's only one speed.
Only one speed, right?
There's only one speed, man. It's go hard or go home. Like that phrase is used but not understood. That's all I know. If you're on the court, hey, look, man. I have this personal philosophy. I tell everybody, they think it's a joke. There's only two reasons for me to sweat, and they're kind of one and the same. Either I got to be working out or winning. Feel me? So those are the only reasons to sweat. If I'm sweating for any other reason, if I'm breaking a sweat and I'm not winning, and you work that out, the metaphors and the bylines there. And if it's not a workout for me, why am I doing this? You get on that court, you go hard or you go home, man.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna agree with you because I mean, yeah, when I was growing up playing sports, everyone would always say, practice how you play, because
Exactly.
if you're going to practice at 50%, you're gonna probably play at 50%.
Yep.
I only know one speed, and that's game speed. So I feel like that there is no slacking off or anything like that, especially this close to the season. If you're slacking off now, it's gonna be a problem. So, and then that goes on both sides of things. I'm not saying to work your kids to the bone, obviously, but keep that in mind. But still, do things at the proper speed, so that way when it comes time to play the game, you're ready to go. You've been practicing at that speed. You've been doing things in a certain manner to where your execution, if it's not perfect, it's to the level of playing in a game and not in quote unquote practice mode, if that makes sense. Because you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say practice mode. You're going kind of slow, lackadaisical. It's practice. You're not trying to kill yourself. But
Hey,
yeah,
nah, hey, we don't have to. We're on the same page with this one, kids. I hope y'all are listening. Adults, I hope y'all are listening. Everybody, there's only one speed. Here's a fact that may sound stupid and too simplistic, but here's a fact. If you know when to turn it up, and that's what people, I know when to turn it up and I know when to turn it on, and you know when to do it and you can do it, that means you turn down and turn off. Mm-hmm. Think about that other end of that. That ain't good. Yeah. Not good. Not good.
Hey, look, real quick, we got it here. You know what's probably gonna be good this season, better this season, maybe now that they've made some more additions. SimWorld Middle East, is there a new deadly duo over there in the Intercontinental region? They recently got Dara Storm to join them, and he's gonna be joining Morbaskis over there in SimWorld Middle East. I feel like they're in a better spot than they were coming into the season. We've heard a little bit about this kid. He's fast. Look, yells. I'm not saying they're gonna win the division. I'm not saying they're gonna win. They're gonna win the region. They're gonna have a 20 wins. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But that goal that I had for them of what I forget what I said was like +3 wins or whatever. I can see that being more realistic now.
This is where it is where we're in the media where we have to build hype. We gotta get you guys involved. We gotta make sure people are excited. We gotta say stuff like, "Is this team gonna turn around?" I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do that on this Wednesday morning, B-Ron. They may pick up another win. No. Their division got harder too. I'm sorry. I'll tune in. Nice facility. I love some of the action out there, but cut it out.
That's fair.
Best of luck to you, Dara Storm and Morbaskis. I respect what you kids are doing over there. If ever I've said somebody needs to come stateside, it's y'all.
All right, we're out of here. We're done. Y'all have a good day. We appreciate you joining us. Appreciate Coach Mula joining us as well this morning. Thank y'all for listening. And as always, remember, you guys, SimWorld's the only place where you can see the game, be in the game. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace. This has been a presentation of SimWorld.